Greetings, viewers, and welcome to yet another episode of Trending Now, where we talk about the latest innovations for the professional greenhouse industry. I'm Bill Calkins, Senior Editor of Growertalks and Green Profit Magazine, and I'm excited to learn about today's new products. So what's trending these days? Vegetable and herb plants, edibles for home gardeners. And unless you're growing hydroponically, do you know what all these veggies and herbs have in common? They're all grown in some type of media. And we all know not all growing mixes are created equal, especially if you want to grow and market organic veggies and herbs. Premier Tech is completing an organic growing media line by adding a new PRO-MIX FPO, a peat and coir-based growing medium with fine perlite that's ideal for the germination of herbs and vegetable seedlings used as transplants for container or field production. And seedlings can be grown on in containers using one of two products. First is a multi-purpose organic growing media called PRO-MIX MP Organik, which is a peat, coir, and perlite growing media that has high water retention and good air porosity. Second, a new high porosity growing media, PRO-MIX HPO Biofungicide Plus Mycorrhizae, which is a peat, coir, perlite ideal for water-sensitive crops, propagation, and cannabis. The team at Premier Tech and PRO-MIX is coming to the table with a complete line of organic greenhouse growing media. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from Premier Tech's resident technical guru, Troy Beekle, to learn all about these new products. Troy, my friend, the floor is yours.
All right, thanks, Bill. Let me get started here. Does that look good?
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, again, thanks, Bill, for your time, and I appreciate this opportunity. And as Bill mentioned, my name is Troy Beekle, and today I'm going to talk to you about our organic PRO-MIX line. So with that, one of the common questions we get is, why are your products not considered organic? So there's really an answer to that. There's synthetic additives, the starter fertilizer charge, and wetting agent, which are not organic, that we have to switch out and replace with organic components. However, all the other components that are used in growing media, such as peat moss, bark, perlite core, limestone, and even our biofungicide and our mycorrhizae, are all available for use in organic production. So what are the advantages of using an organic PRO-MIX product? Well, very simple. If you're a conventional grower and you want to switch over to organic and you're currently using, let's say, conventional PRO-MIX product, use the same components in the conventional and the organic products. So your watering requirements are very similar. Your airspace is very similar. So it really is kind of an easier transition to go from a conventional PRO-MIX product to an organic PRO-MIX product. We also highlight it's compost free. Now I know compost is great to have in a growing media because it adds nutrients. But the thing is, without the compost in there, we have still a lightweight product. It will dry out faster. It attracts fewer fungicides and shore flies, which tend to come to a compost media. So compost, we like compost, but the problem is it can plug up your airspace in your growing media, which reduces oxygen to your root system. Now, oxygen is needed for active plant growth. So if your plants are growing a bit slower, they tend to use less water, and your mix doesn't dry out as quickly. All of our products are currently listed with OMRI, so you know that you can use it for certified organic growing. And in our biological package, we do offer different bios in there. So our biofungicide is added to reduce root disease caused specifically by Alternaria, Fusarium, Pythium, and Rhizoctonia. And by incorporating those into the growing media, there's less need to have to apply some sort of a fungicide drench to reduce the incidence of these issues. Thereby, basically, it reduces your overall production costs. Second thing we add in, again, depending on which of the products it is mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae is there to help acquire, it's a natural fungus that basically colonizes root tips. It grows out from the root system to bring in water and nutrients where the plant roots are not currently found in the growing media. Nice thing about organic production is that mycorrhizae will secrete natural enzymes that will help break down the complex organic materials to help release your nutrients so you can bring those, so the plant roots as well as the mycorrhizae can acquire them and bring it back to the plant. And also, not only does the mycorrhizae bring in extra nutrients by more efficiently mining out the growing media, but it can also increase water acquisition as well if conditions happen to be dry during production. So let me show you a couple pictures. I'll show you 3 pictures showing mycorrhizae. So this is basil. You see, again, with basil, we see an increase in growth from better nutrient acquisition and water uptake. We see the same thing in lettuce on the left, cucumbers on the right. The plants are bigger because you have this acquisition of water and nutrients. In basically in crop production out in the field, we have celery on the left. We can see that plants that do not have mycorrhizae are smaller, as opposed to ones on the right, which are bigger. Again, showing the enhanced acquisition of water and nutrients, specifically nutrients, to allow the plants to grow better under less stressful conditions. Well, they're under stress because these aren't the best quality soils, but plants will do better with the mycorrhizal fungi. On the right, we see asparagus. Same situation with the asparagus. The plants on the left are smaller than the ones on the right because the mycorrhizae is there to help acquire nutrients. With biofungicide, when we challenge plants, in this case, we have pepper plants that have been challenged with Fusarium. Those that have the biofungicide added to it, in this case also the mycorrhizae, the plants will be able to grow at their more normal pace because the Fusarium isn't causing root damage. Whereas the plants in the control product, you have more problems with the Fusarium actually nipping at the roots, causing damage. So it actually reduces plant growth. Same thing we see in basil with Rhizoctonia. Again, you're not having the plant root damage, so the plants are growing more at their normal rate. So in our PRO-MIX organic product line, we have 3 products. 2 are new and 1 is not. So we have our PRO-MIX FPO, which is our fine perlite organic growing media, or actually fine plug growing organic growing media. It's designed for germination and propagation of plant material. That was a brand new product. Our existing product would be the PRO-MIX MP Organic. It's a multi-purpose product. You can take your seedlings or your plugs and transplant them into a product like this. It's a multi-purpose, general purpose product for packs, pots, baskets. And the last one, which is also brand new, is the PRO-MIX HPO, HP standing for high air porosity. So it's designed for water-sensitive crops, propagation, and production of cannabis. So going into each product individually, first, our PRO-MIX FPO is, again, as I mentioned, seed germination, plugs, propagation. And, we talk about for vegetables and herbs, but you can use it for flowers. It's not a problem for that. Whether you're producing organic flowers or not, it's not a problem. As well as cannabis if you're germinating seed. It basically contains a combination of fine stagnant peat moss, about 60 to 70%, fine core, which helps with water absorption, and also fine perlite. The chemical nature, we add in some calcitic limestone to bring your pH up into the mid-5s. Starter fertilizer charge, basically comes from the poultry manure, and the yucca wetting agent. Now, the yucca wetting agents or organic wetting agents are not quite as effective as conventional wetting agents are. So that's why we had the core in there to help with the water absorption. At this time, we don't have any biological additives. We are planning to come out with a biofungicide, but right now we do not have that. And it comes in 3 sizes, only compressed, 3.8, which is across all of North America. 55 cubic foot would be west only, 135 would be central and east. Second product, the PRO-MIX MP Mycorrhizae Organic, or could be mycorrhizae and biofungicide organic. It's a multi-purpose product that can be used for salad packs, pots, and baskets, as we mentioned earlier. So again, vegetables, herbs, microgreens, popular one for that, flowering annuals, as well as small fruit. It basically is a 60 to 70% standard peat type product with core added to, again, for water absorption. And of course, we have perlite in there. For the chemical additions, we put in calcitic limestone, organic wetting agent, again, the yucca material, and the poultry fertilizer. This product comes with either mycorrhizae or with biofungicide plus mycorrhizae, those 2 combinations. And since it's been out a little bit longer, we have it pretty much all sizes we make. So 3.8s, that'd be across all North America, 55s on the West Coast, 135 Central and East, and of course 2.8s and 80s pretty much across the North America. And the last product would be the PRO-MIX HPO. It comes as biofungicide and mycorrhizae. So HPO is for water-sensitive crops, for propagation. So as an example with vegetables, we know our thyme, our rosemary, lavenders, those are very sensitive to overwatering. Some of the cucurbits can be sensitive to overwatering. So you can look at that for vegetables and herbs. Again, we use for flowers, and big one is cannabis for this as well. Basically contains a little bit less peat in it, so it's 55 to 65% peat with coir and extra perlite to give that extra drainage and a higher airspace. Chemistry is similar to all the other products. We do have the calcitic lime to bring that pH up in the mid fives. We put in the yucca wetting agent, but in this particular product, we do not put a starter fertilizer. And the reason for it is with the specific market that we've targeted, they didn't really want to see that in there, so we kept the starter fertilizer out. So that's the only one of the three that doesn't have it. And for biologicals, it only comes with one package, and that's the Biofungicide plus Mycorrhizae. And because it's relatively new, just one size for now, and that's the 3.8 cubic foot compressed available across the entire country. And with that, Bill, I'm done.
Excellent, Troy. That is quite the range of products. Certainly impressive. I know you guys put a lot of research into the products you bring to market, and that's clearly evident with those three. Your organic line really seems to check all the boxes when it comes to the trends in production these days. These are organic certified growing mixes, specially formulated for producing herb and vegetable plants. And it really, like I said, sounds like so much research has been put into that, and that these are probably going to be game changers for growers across multiple crops. So thank you so much for sharing all that great information. And when our viewers want to learn more about these products, because I'm sure they're going to want to give them a try, where can they find more information?
Yes, they can go to our website, pthorticulture.com. And we're also on YouTube and LinkedIn and many other social media sites as well.
Excellent. And I will put links to those in the video description. Definitely encourage the viewers to watch your videos. You guys really do share some excellent content. And reach out to PRO-MIX. They have many technical experts like Troy who are going to be willing to help you with all these new products and get the most out of your crops. So on behalf of Troy and all the folks at Premier Tech, the company behind PRO-MIX, I'm Bill Calkins with Growertalks and Green Profit Magazine, wishing you all the best. Take care out there.
Thank you.